Hello guys, Archer in here, and today I'm going to be making a tutorial to show you guys how to defeat a noob square in Rome Total War multiplayer. So basically what a noob square is whenever you have units like this, which are really good at defending an area, like pikemen, you can't just charge them from the front. What you want to try to do is surround them, or hit them from the flanks or from behind. And a noob square is whenever you take units like these, like pikemen, and you put them into like a box formation to where they're all facing outwards, and there's no possible way to penetrate that box effectively with any kind of infantry or cavalry. But what you can use is missile units like these guys right here, Cretan archers, and I also have some peltists. So what you need to try to do is surround your enemy who's doing the square formation with your missile units and shoot the backs of his camping infantry, his like camping pikemen or whatever it is that's in the box. You want to get the missile units to where they're shooting the opposite guys on the other opposite side of the box, and they're shooting them in the backs. So you'll see here this replay. Okay, here we are. So the deploy ended, and you can see that he's already formed up like this. This is what like the box formation is. It's more of like a, I don't know, like a pentagon or hexagon or something, but this is basically it. So if I were to charge like my infantry like at his guys, the most effective thing to do would be to try to run them into here and then start pushing these guys outwards. But that's not really something you want to do. If you have missile units, you want to take advantage of them, and take advantage of also the weak armor of guys like this, like pikemen. They're not very armored in the back, so it's really easy to dice them up with archers. But yeah, so if you don't feel like charging your infantry into, you know, whatever 121 pikes, then there's other ways of going about this. So I'll show you here. First, there was Germania up here, and then I was in the back, and we were getting ready to charge and fight for this open area right here, this kind of semi-flat land. But then we realized that Greece was way down there, so we agreed that he would take Greece, and I would take the Seleucids. So basically, I've got my formation here, and I'm moving up my peltists and my archers in a minute. And he's not going to like that, because he understands that what I'm getting ready to do. So he runs his cav up, and like he's getting ready to try to run my archers off or try to destroy them. But I wouldn't have any of that, so you'll see in just a minute here. Let me wait and let the replay catch up with my narrating. There we go. So he runs his cav up like he's going to do something about it, and then I ran my cav up as well to try to deter him, because I have a huge cavalry advantage over him. And then he also ran his archers up, but they have a lot better conditions for fighting, so mine are going to destroy him. And then I charged my cavalry down here, as you can see, and got into a full-on brawl with his cavalry, but I surrounded them, and, you know, hammer and anvil, got rid of those cataphracts pretty easily. And by now, his archers are all but gone. You can see 20, 10, 49. So I'll get most of my cavalry away from over there, and then I'll send one unit over to finish off these archers. And then here's where the square defeating comes in. See, he barely got any of my guys. He was also, another one of his problems is that he was in tight formation, and you want to put your archers in loose formation if they're in a battle with other archers, so that the missiles aren't as effective. But you'll see what I do here is, now that I know that I don't have any cavalry to worry about, and if his infantry would try to charge up on me, he knows and I know that I could just decimate them with my cavalry. And if his whole infantry charged up on me, then we wouldn't have the problem with the noob square anymore. But he's content with sitting there, so then I surround him. I don't completely surround him, but I make like a half circle around his guys with my archers, and I changed their targets to where they're shooting at the opposite. Like, see this guy right here, this unit? It's shooting at these guys. And you can see how it's dicing them up. Look at that. Watch the numbers drop. Very effective. And you can see that this is in triple speed, but it didn't even take that long to do. We can watch it in normal speed. So this is why it's very important to bring archers into a game like this where the enemy has, you know that their faction has pikemen or some form of them. So like Seleucids, Carthage, Macedon, those are the big ones that you need to look out for. But yeah, you can see that I'm just completely annihilating them. Look at that, 2 guys left. And that's just that one archer unit shooting. Look at that. Completely destroyed them. They didn't even get to rout. It's the power of archers. But what you need to do is make sure that you have the guys in a way to where they're shooting at the backs of the camping people. Like you can see here, only 14 guys left. Here, 73, and I believe they start out like 120 or something like that, something around there. 103, 61, 79, 56. So it really, I mean, I didn't even lose any guys over that. And I've almost completely destroyed his infantry line. But you can see the other archers I had already ran out of ammo. But these guys are still shooting. They must have been the last to get into position or something like that. Excuse me. But yeah, I'll speed this up again. You can see that they're dicing them up. They really are. But let's see. Yeah, here's the legionnaires that were hiding in the trees. He's had enough of that. So he starts moving his guys around. He's shuffling them around like he's gonna do something. Then they hide again. So just watches his guys slowly die. And then finally, I think this is it. Yep. My archers are all out of ammo, so then I move up my peltists, which if you don't know, they have like spears, like some kind of little javelin thing or something. I'm not sure. Kind of like the pila that legionaries throw. And I'm gonna move them up, and I'm gonna do the same tactic. But he learned from his mistakes, and he decides that he's had enough of this, so he charges his guys out, and you can see they break formation. So then what I do is run my guys up, my Royal Pikemen, and at this point, since he's got his whole infantry line up, I'd rather not, charge my cavalry at them, because then they can just drop their spears and that'll destroy my cavalry. So I get my guys out of harm's way here and run up my pikemen, and even though my guys are like charging downhill at him, I don't know, he must not have realized that he's not even facing me. So he finally moves, and then you'll see what happens here as he tries to walk his pikemen uphill. I get these guys wrapped around the side, and then I get these guys wrapped around, and I could charge my cavalry around the back, but I just didn't feel like it. I wanted to see what these pikemen could do. So he's going to just run right into my spears and get completely destroyed. You can see. And I also have these guys. I got peltists hitting him in the back. But yeah, so that's basically what you need to do. Is you can see the destruction here. What you need to do is you need to surround them with your archers. Make sure that there's no cavalry. You don't want them to have a substantial cavalry that can just take down your archers. And if they do, you want your archers to be well defended. So it was good that I was able to get his cataphracts out of the way. Surround him. Make sure you get them shooting at the unit that's opposite them in the defensive formation, and then from there, just give it time and let them get diced up. But yeah, so that's that, and thank you guys for watching. I hope this tutorial helped you, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.